Hello everyone, my name is Gaurav Nigam, and as everyone is learning about prompts, AI, Gen AI, and super excited about the Chat GPT and the Claude, what they are offering for all of the technologists, engineers, and even for anyone who is using generative AI, Gen AI, or applications like Chat GPT, Claude, Gemini. It's it it is increasing the productivity. It is increasing the efficiency for everyone. What I often found that there are a lot of use cases that everyone is solving, but it's not shared in a channel where how it can help. That is how this prompt for all that I'm starting. I think after using around 18 to 24 months of generative AI for the various use cases, whether it is in work, whether it is in education. I have a 7 years old who I spent some time in teaching. If she allows me to do that, most of the time she's like, Daddy, you don't know what you're talking about. And I hopefully, with the medium of this channel, Prompt for All, I can share a few of the examples that can tickle your creativity, or you can share your examples with me by adding your comment. So in the today's session, or the very first session, I'm picking up one of the example that all the parents or anyone who's doing homeschooling with the kid by providing a tuition after the school, or spending more time with the kids by helping them in their study. And I think we all do that in some extent. So this today I'm gonna be sharing the one of the use cases that I found it's very helpful. And today the tool we will pick it up to explain the use case is Claude. Claude is a chat bot similar to ChatGPT, but it is from the company called Anthropic. There are they have a model Sonnet 3.5, and it's very incredible model. It solves a lot of coding problems pretty well and so many other use cases. The one thing that I really like about Claude, and when I use it with the experiments and as well as teaching my daughter, is they have artifacts. And what does the artifact mean is like these are small runnable UI within the chatbot that you can make any session or interaction be very interactive beyond what Claude offers in a chat or a conversational experience. So having said that, let me share the one of the use case that I found recently, and that is very helpful. So let me see whether I can stop sharing and get the screen ready to share. Okay, let me give it a try one more time. I think when I post more, I will get better at these startup setups. But right now, as you can see that this is what the screen is. If you have a subscription, you're gonna get it's a cheap subscription, but at the same time, I think they have a free version too. I have never tried it. There are Claude is the AI, their chatbot name, so you can start interacting with the with Claude. So one of the use cases that I found it very useful. So let me start with a very basic use case where you don't need to even think about it, like just having a problem statement um, for Claude and make it interactive. So let's pick up one of the example. Let's say if your kid is going in grade one, uh, or whichever grade, and then pick up a problem that he or she has been discussing with you, and see that whether I we can make it interactive so that the kid can also learn, but they don't lose fun while learning. And that's the whole point. So what we can do is my kid is 7 years old, goes in grade 1. She's learning fact table, example, fact table of 11, 9 plus 2, and so on. Can you make it interactive? Exercise for 5 minutes. So this is the text, this text that you're writing it on the chatbot. In the language of AI, it is called prompt. We'll talk more about prompt if it is useful. I think like for the daily use, if you can chat to these bots, they will get most of the things done. There are certain ways here you can improve these prompts, then it will be more effective. But for now, let's just try this. So what it is going to do, it is going to look at what is the intent, and then it open up this thing called a code panel where it is writing the code. You can see that here it is writing the code with React. React is one of the framework for the front end UI rendering, and it is going to use that, and it is going to make generate a artifact for us. As you can see that like it did not do it in a first go, had some error, but as it is a AI bot, is smart enough to fix its own problem. So let's see. I'm gonna say you have a problem. Why don't you fix it? So it is going to do a reattempt and try to solve the problem that it just hit it while generating the artifact for us. So as you can see that it gives us some options. So I'm gonna write 5. Let's see whether, then I'm gonna write 6. Let's see whether it is there. How about we, so you can see that this is as easy where you can make it interactive. There's a session, it is a scoring. You can make it as interactive as you want. And then you can also publish it. So when you publish it, it gives you the URL that you can use this artifact, and you can share it with your friends, your WhatsApp group or email, that someone else can also use it. So this is a one basic use case. I'm not going to modify this use case, but there are other use cases. If you are in, um, doesn't matter which part of the location, but if you are in, let's say in US, you have the outside of the schools or the extended education cares like Russian School of Mathematics, AOPS, or Kangaroo Maths, right? Like, so they have these sheets which are pretty good sheets, exercise sheet, but when a kid is getting started, it takes time for them to get um, hooked up with the sheet so that they can learn and perform. Some kids are pretty good at doing it. Some find it like they are forced to into these uh, sheets, right? And what at that time, what we can do as a parent to make it a little fun for the kid. So let me show you, stop sharing the screen, and few of the sheets that we are going to use it. Or let me go back to the same screen. There's another option in Claude or most of these AI chat tool that they give you an option to upload the document. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna click on this and I will select few of the screenshots that I have it with the um, few of these math schools that I just mentioned as an example. Okay, so let's do this. These sheets are for grade 1 to grade 2 level. So what I did, I just uploaded around 4 to 5 images. And you can see that these images are not the images, like they are not the clear images. But at the same time, you don't need to be absolutely correct or clear. This is the AI, it understands the intent and kind of create um, the work as per your expectation. So what we are going to do is, let's do, hmm, these are some math sheets from few outside school institutions like math, PS, math, extra. Can you take, can you create an interactive sheet of 10 questions for grade 1 and grade 2 level following the same format? So again, right now, I just talked to the bot, and what it is doing, it is going to review the sheets. As you can see that like immediately it reviewed the sheet, and then it understands that there is a goal that it needs to achieve, and it is creating an interactive artifact for us. This is a very, very useful artifact, or a create artifact creating flow, not this in this particular, but what you can see, it created something that might be coming from the sheet, or might be just a paraphrasing a question in a different intent, but what it does, it made it interactive. So it says that look at a pattern, what comes next. So circle, square, circle, square. So I say circle, and it is a right. So you get the 3 points. These are the 5 birds on a tree, two more birds join them. Three fly away. How many birds are left? So let's say this is the answer. So I'm gonna say, let's just, I'm gonna do a random, maybe like a wrong answer. Okay, random, wrong answer, random, wrong answer. So I got a 6 points, right? So if you remember, there are 3 points questions. So I attempted two, and rest of them I attempted wrong, right? So I got the 6 points. It gives the scoring. Now, what we can do is like we can make it creative while you are while the kid is submitting the, don't worry about typos, but just want to spell it correctly. While the kid is submitting the answers, can we bravo it if it is correct, explain it if it is wrong, make the interaction a little more fun, right? So let's see. What we are going to do here is, it is again going to generate the React app. If you ask me, someone who is experienced React engineer, if let's say go and hire in the market, or you learn, then it is significant code that it is producing it. But right now, the AI models are getting very good at generating the code that you can just copy, paste it, and run it in a browser or in the application where this the React component is supported to write that, right? So let's say it did not change the color, it did not change the questions, but let's see if I submit the answer. You are a mess. Superstar, amazing work, and see your results. So right now, there is only one question. So you can see that like it makes it more creative. You can change the format and interaction just by talking to it. Amazing, right? Just talking to it, you can make it interactive as per your kid's interest. Let's say my kid loves basketball. Can you make the interaction following Sports, emojis, colors, add extra or theme. So right now, what you did, depending on the style or like the liking of your kid, right? Like what it can do, it can change the theme or the format of the interaction. And as you can see, it is producing the artifact with the two questions, but you can be you can insist that always make sure that you are producing the six questions. So that is kind of it's called prompt begging, or you can say that like if you get all the 10 questions, I'm gonna drop a $10 bill, right? Then it is called prompt rewarding. Or you can just be very, very specific that I need 10 questions every single time when you're generating it. Right. So right now I'm gonna do the wrong answer here and see uh airball. Let's try again, right? So if each basketball player scored 2 points, then there are six players who scored. What is the total team score, right? So if the answer is 12, you can see a ball jump. This was amazing, right? Like there was a ball jumping and it was definitely a spank. You can see this is the score and you also get your streak, right? Like this is what the streak is. So what I told earlier, you can also publish the artifact, right? So I'm gonna do this. So when you copy the link, as you can see that this is now published, this is available publicly. So I can do copy the link and then I can go to a different browser and I can just open up this artifact or app, right? Whatever you call it, that your kid can interact. Every day you can come, pick up the sheet before the kid start doing the sheet. That sometimes is just challenging, right? It's a new concept. You need to get into it, making it interactive and a fun part. It just makes it very, very easy for the kid to get into the rhythm of it, right? So it's um, I hope you got it and I hope you were able to going to use it, right? For making it an interactive session and fun session for the kid. It was, I don't know why I made it as a serious task because because I think like my daughter was not there in the session with me. But anyway, I thought it was a very, very exciting time where AI, you can use it for a lot of daily use cases. So today I posted it about like how I'm making the few of the complex, not so complicated, but the complex flow of learning interactive for my daughter by using Claude. We will meet again tomorrow with another tip and tricks about prompts, and the channel is Prompt for All. See you. And if you have more ideas, share it with us, post it in the comment.